Welcome all. Let's discuss about triangle law. To understand triangle law, we need to consider an object applied by two forces. The two forces can be represented by the two sides of a triangle in magnitude as well as direction. Now here this is the first force F1 and this is second force F2. Now F2 is represented in terms of magnitude, means F1 is actually less than F2 because the length of F1 is less than F2, and you can very easily see the direction of both forces. Now the angle between these two forces is theta. Now our question is where the object will move. To do that, we need to first of all find the location of the object after the application of the first load F1. After the application of first load, our object will reach there. Similarly, after the application of F2, it will reach here. Fine, but there is another way to find the location of the object. You can directly start from the origin of the first force to the end of the second force. This is the shortest way to find the location of the object. This we call the resultant of the two forces. Now one more thing you can find out, that we basically form the triangle. So that's why it is called triangle law. Now here it is not necessary to start with F1 always. You can start with F2 also. So the object will move here after the application of F2 force, and then finally the object will reach here after the application of the first force, F1 force to be. And similarly, we can find out the resultant from the origin of the first applied force to the end of the last applied force. Here we will get the resultant R dash. Now what we found out, that it is independent about which force you start with. So here R is actually equal to R dash. So we can write down, if the two forces F1 and F2 acting simultaneous on a body can be represented by two sides of a triangle in magnitude and direction taken in order, then the third side, closing side, represents the resultant in the opposite order.